Corruption remains a major obstacle in Nigeria's public sector. This is according to former President of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo. CNBC Africa's Oyin Sunday caught up with him at the launch of the AIG scholarship program intended to make a transformational impact on leadership, governance, and public policy.
I think it is obvious. Almost in all our countries in Africa, the public sector performance has been inadequate at best, or poor at worst. And you cannot continue to live with that, because the public sector is the driver. If the public sector does not perform well and adequately enough, the private sector that should actually move the economy and all that will not be able to. It will also underperform, because public sector has to set the stage, and in setting the stage, the private sector can move on and do what it needs to do. Setting the stage in terms of right policy, setting the stage in terms of executing the policy, setting the stage in terms of elimination of corruption, setting the stage in terms of the welfare and well-being of the people, setting the stage in terms of those areas of human development and human welfare that must be given attention: education, health, food and nutrition, employment. Now, if these are not handled well and properly, then the rest of our life in our different countries will be one, impaired, if not endangered.
You were once president of Nigeria, and permit me to say, in some way, the head of its public sector. Now, what obstacles did you identify, as president of the country? And again, the debate here today also looks to identify obstacles to public sector performance.
I think one area is education. You cannot develop a country if 50% of your population do not have education to develop their innate capacity to the optimum. That's one. Another one is health. Now, the common saying is health is wealth. If your health is not assured or secured, there's limit to what you can do. One is employment. If you do not have employment, you have a person, so to say. So these are some of the areas that, and they are essentially areas for the public sector. They are essentially public sector areas. Of course, there can be complementary effort or supplementary effort by the private sector. The major area of the private sector is in the economic production. But the area of the welfare, the policies that set the stage for the private sector to be able to perform and make progress, that is the responsibility of the public sector. And there's no country in Africa that can claim that is performing adequately in this country. Not even those countries that have better infrastructure than we have in Nigeria. We are still strugglers.
Now, there are those who say most of the obstacles in the public sector are man-made when you talk about, of course, the bureaucratic bottlenecks in Nigeria's public sector. What's your view on this?
Well, I don't know what they mean by the bottleneck, but man-made in the sense that, yes, there are certain things that we should have done that we have not done. I will agree with that. But it depends on what you call bottleneck. That there are areas where we should have made reforms, we should have done things differently, and things were not done differently the way we should have done them. We have put